So far, we have looked at how the ECAM system advises you of minor failures. We will now look at what happens when there is a serious failure that requires immediate action. To demonstrate this, we will use an engine fire. As before, we will not concentrate on the system failure, but on ECAM indications and procedures. This kind of failure is classified Level 3. Be ready to cancel the warning by pressing a master warning push-button switch. Click on the forward arrow to initiate the failure.
When the fault occurs, the ECAM system alerts the crew, orally and visually. A continuous repetitive chime sounds, and the master warning lights flash. They stop as soon as you press on either master warning light. On the engine warning display, the red message Engine 1 Fire and the related procedure are displayed. The red push button on the fire control panel and the red indication on the engine panel provide confirmation and identification of the affected engine. The engine page has automatically been called on the SD, and in this example, the nacelle temperature is pulsing. Notice that there is a red message, Land ASAP, on the engine warning display. This means that the fault detected is serious. The pilot flying should land at the nearest suitable airport. As it is a Level 3 warning, and only if the airplane is under safe control, the PF will ask you to do ECAM actions without delay. When the Engine Master 1 switch is set to off, the Engine 1 shutdown caution is shown on the engine warning display. Notice that the amber caution procedure has appeared below the red one. This happens because the red, Level 3 warning message has priority over this amber, Level 2 caution message, which in turn will have priority over an amber, Level 1 caution message. Note: if several messages belong to the same level, the more critical message will be on the top of the list. Notice that, on right-hand side of the engine warning display, a list of affected systems titles shown with a star is displayed. For the next action, as the control to use is guarded, the pilot non-flying must receive a confirmation from the pilot flying before lifting up the guard. Then, the related action can be done. Here, the Engine 1 Fire push button must be pushed. We will do this for you. Notice that there is a white line in the abnormal procedure. In order to let the engine spool to slow down, there is a countdown before the next action. After this countdown, the white line is replaced by a blue action line. Here, the Engine 1 push button must be pressed. We will do it for you. Notice that the next blue action line will stay displayed even if the related action has been done. As the ECAM has no possibility to know if ATC has been notified, a new countdown has started because the fire has not stopped. A green arrow is displayed to indicate an overflow, as on the left side of the engine warning display, there are not enough lines to display the full procedure of Engine 1 shutdown. Agent 1 extinguishes the fire. The countdown for Agent 2 stopped immediately. Notice that the engine fire procedure on the ECAM disappeared. This means the fire is out. The local warnings on the fire control panel and the engine master panel are no longer on, confirming that the fire is out. Landis app has changed from red to amber, which means that the ECAM has determined that the fault is less critical. The crew should consider the seriousness of the situation and select a suitable airport. Also, at the bottom of the engine warning display, the green arrow has disappeared because there are enough lines to display the full engine 1 shutdown procedure. The remaining steps are similar to those seen for an ECAM caution. So, we will stop here. You have seen that the ECAM system has provided a smart and interactive procedure to help you to deal with a major problem. Note, as the nacelle temperature is back below the advisory threshold, so the engine page is replaced by the cruise page because the caution message displayed on top is not linked to a system page on the SD. The warning or caution message displayed on the top line of the left side of the engine warning display is always the more critical, even if another problem is detected. Notice that the flight warning system fault is more critical than the cabin pressure fault, but less than the engine problem. When there are not enough lines on the left side of the engine warning display, the title, which cannot be displayed, moves to the right side of the engine warning display. We do the actions for you. So, notice that, as soon as there are enough lines on the left side of the engine warning display, the titles move from the right side to the left. When the last caution message has been displayed on the left side, the green arrow disappears. After clearing the engine caution message, the next caution moves up. Note: on the SD, the system page, if displayed, is always linked to the caution underlined and displayed on top of the left side of the engine warning display. After doing the related action, if any, this caution message will be cleared. For each caution message, you have to wait for the pilot flying confirmation in order to clear it. After clearing the last caution message, the normal memo messages are displayed on the left side of the engine warning display. On the SD, the bleed page is automatically shown because the first title with a star is Air Bleed. Each system page, shown with a star, must be analyzed. Then after pilot flying confirmation, it can be cleared. We will do it for you. When the last system page, shown with a star, is cleared, the right side of the engine warning display shows the related memo messages, if any. On the status page, like this proposed example, a green overflow arrow also indicates that there is further information to be seen on that page. By pressing any of the clear keys, the next information can be displayed. The top part of left side of the status page has been removed, and the next parts move up, allowing the display of the remaining information. Notice that the list of inoperative systems has not changed, and that there is still an overflow arrow. We have pressed again the clear key for you. The last items of inop system column are displayed and the overflow arrow is removed. If you want to display the beginning of the status page again, the status key can be pressed. We are now back at the first status page again. You will have the opportunity to practice by shifting between status pages in the simulator. So, we will stop here. ECAM actions complete. Notice that, at any moment, you can recall the warning and caution messages that they have been cleared during the flight by pressing the recall key. When pressed, the engine warning display shows the list of previous messages following the priority logic, so the more critical message being on top. As an option, an OEB database lists the warnings and cautions relevant to one OEB. This database will be loaded into the FWCs via the MCDU. An OEB reminder function will provide the crew with an operational help by clearly identifying any procedure or status messages which are affected by an OEB. So, the crew will be informed in real time on the ECAM screens if the related procedure or status is applicable or not. Note, the crew has to refer to the QRH, where the full OEB information is provided. An OEB reminder flag can be shown only on the ECAM procedure. In this case, the ECAM warning or caution title message is unchanged, but the related actions are replaced by a message, refer to QRH OEB procedure, and the related status page is unchanged. Or the OEB reminder flag can be shown on the ECAM procedure and on the status page. In this case, the ECAM warning or caution title message is unchanged, but the related actions are replaced by a message, like previously. The related status page has the additional message, refer to QRH OEB procedure. Or the OEB reminder flag can be shown only on the status page. In this case, the ECAM warning or caution title message and the related actions are unchanged, but there is an additional message, as shown. The related status page has the additional message, refer to QRH OEB procedure. In this module, we have discussed the ECAM system. You have seen the various failure levels and how the ECAM system alerts, indicates, and helps you to deal with a failure. Throughout the ground school course and during your simulator sessions, you will have the opportunity to practice ECAM procedures.